Dear students, previous classes we will discuss about 4 steps in tissue culture. 4 steps in tissue culture. 4 steps are completed. That is preparation of nutrient culture medium, sterilization of culture medium, preparation of explant, inoculation of explant. So today we are going to discuss about 5th step in plant tissue culture, that is incubation for growth. That is incubation for growth. Already the test tube containing nutrient culture medium, another test tube containing nutrient culture medium, and also explant. So to be observed, third test tube are here. That is 5th step, incubation for growth. Incubation for growth. Already part of the any plant body taken out. So that would be taken out to leaf. That is a explant. So this explant of leaf or any plant cell incubated for growth in 3 to 4 months. 3 to 4 months. Okay, now already transfer of explant or any plant cell in the nutrient culture medium of the test tube. So this test tube of explant or any plant cell to be incubated for their growth, that is 3 to 4 months. That is 3 to 4 months are incubated. 3 to 4 months. Okay, now the explant or any plant cell to be incubated for the growth period 3 to 4 months. Okay, now so in this period the explant to be absorbed to culture medium of mineral nutrients and then grow and repeated cell divisions to be form a proliferated undifferentiated mass of cells, that is called callus. 3 to 4 months the explant will be change of the callus. The explant will be change of the callus being of the period 3 to 4 months. In 3 to 4 months the explant to be absorbed to culture medium of the nutrients or nutrient culture medium, and also the explant grow and repeated cell divisions and to be form a performate undifferentiated mass of the cells. So these undifferentiated mass of the cells is known as callus. So callus is formed. So in this callus is directly to be produced shoot and root. Sometimes in this callus is directly produced shoot and roots. Sometimes, so this callus first to be observed growth regulators of auxins, then will be observed growth regulators of cytokinins to be make a one new plantlet, that is called organogenesis. Okay, now the explant in the 3 to 4 months of period to be observed test tube of nutrient culture medium and then grow and again repeated cell divisions to be form undifferentiated mass of cells, that is known as callus. In this callus sometimes to be directly developed to root system and shoot system, but generally so the callus to be absorbed nutrient culture medium of one growth regulator, that is auxin. First to be absorbed auxin, so to be form of roots, and then after to be absorbed nutrient culture medium of another growth regulator, that is cytokinin, to be form of shoot, to be form of shoot. So both root system and shoot system are forming in their callus, to be making a new plantlet, that is called organogenesis, by means the nutrient culture medium of test tube containing one new plant, that is one plantlet. Callus is formed one new plantlet. But here sometimes this callus is directly developed embryo-like structures. That is called somatic embryogenesis. The test tube of callus to be developed directly embryo-like structures, that is called somatic embryogenesis. Or so the embryos are developed in their callus of test tube, that is called embryos. These embryos are developed callus. These embryos are directly developed callus, that is called somatic embryos. Both are the similar words are here. Okay, now callus means undifferentiated mass of cells is known as callus. Then after callus is formed a organogenesis. Organogenesis means callus is formed a plant body of root system and shoot system. By means plant body organs are developed. In their callus. Mainly plant body organ, that is root. Second one is shoot. First plant body organ here root. Second plant body organ here shoot. These are the main plant body organs: root system, shoot system, and also leaves. So here some of the growth regulators to be involved, to be developing a new plantlet. So next one here, somatic embryogenesis. Sometimes this callus is directly developed embryo-like structures, that is called somatic embryogenesis. And the embryo-like structures are developed to be their callus, that is called embryos. And embryos are developed directly in the callus, that is called somatic embryos. This is the fifth step in incubation for growth. Okay, now sixth step are here, acclimatization of plantlets and transfer to pots. So here several economically useful cropping plants would be developed in the laboratory techniques. So these plants generated through organogenesis or somatic embryogenesis need to be acclimatized, that is surrounding atmosphere, need to be acclimatized before the transfer to pots. That is the acclimatization of plantlets and transfer to pots. So these are the 6 steps in plant tissue culture. Okay, now what are the advantages of plant tissue culture? So generally, these plants are possible produce a large number of plants being a short period of the time in a limited space. So these plants are known as micropropagation. These plants are known as micropropagation. This is our advantage. Okay, now several tissue cultures plants are developed. Several tissue culture plants are developed. So in this tissue culture plants are produced large number of the plants being a limited period of the time or short period of the time and is a limited space. This process is known as micropropagation. This process is known as micropropagation. These plants totally produce genetically identical same by means same of the original plant or same of the source, that is called soma clones. This is the one of the advantage. Okay, now micropropagation plants will be developed and soma clones plants will be developed. Micropropagation means several plants will be produced by means large number of plants, short period of the time and limited space. So this process is known as micropropagation. So in this process several economically important plants will be produced. So these plants will be genetically identical to be similar of original plant or source, that is called soma clones. Okay, here so several micropropagation will be plants are developed. So that is teak, eucalyptus, banana, bamboo and also potato. These plants will be developed in their micropropagation process. At the same time female plants will be well developed in their tissue culture technique. And the next advantage are here. So somatic embryos will be developed in their tissue culture process by means somatic embryos easily multiplied. So these plants easily grown for their tissue culture process. And at the same time so many somatic plants will be developed, mainly involved the plant cell of protoplast. So two different plant cells of protoplast are fused to be developed one hybrid variety of plants, that is called somatic hybridization. Given the example are here, one potato plant of the protoplast is crossed with another tomato plant of protoplast to be making one new variety of somatic hybrid plant, that is pomato. Okay, now tomato crossed with potato to be making a new plant, that is called pomato. The best example are here somatic hybridization. By which there is no involving of asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Only involved the plant cell of the protoplast. Two different plant species are here. One different plant species tomato, another different plant species are here potato. So tomato protoplast are fused with the potato protoplast to be produce a new hybrid variety plant, that is called pomato. This is a somatic hybridization. So these are the advantages of plant tissue culture. Okay, now So this is a first diagram, that is preparation of nutrient culture medium. This is a second diagram, that is a preparation of explant and inoculation of explant. So these are incubation of explants. These are incubation for growth or incubation for growth. Okay, now this is a plant tissue culture steps. This is a plant tissue culture steps. Okay, now thank you.